Hey guys, welcome to today's video. So today I'm going to be doing another one brand makeup tutorial. This is where I use only one brand for my full face. So today I'm going to be doing MAC Cosmetics. Number one, I'm doing this video because I had so much fun with the Charlotte Tilbury one. Number two, because I think MAC Cosmetics is the brand I have the most of in my collection. And it's just like an OG brand that I've been loving since I was a teenager. But then also, it seems to be the brand that you guys like the most. So when I look at all of my videos, the MAC videos are the ones that you guys seem to be watching the most of. So I thought, give you guys what you guys want. So here we are. If you guys want to find out what I'll be using from MAC Cosmetics today, what my favorites are, what in my opinion the best products from MAC are, and just kind of in a get ready with me type of what's the word? Style, then keep watching. First, we obviously would start with primer. I do have their strobe cream and I from time to time use it as a primer. It is a strobing moisturizer. So basically it is a like radiant finish with slightly pearlized, like it has that slightly, not glittery, I'll just show you, how about that? So that's what it looks like. And then when you massage it into the skin, you can see it's like radiant, it's like light reflective without actually having any glitter in it. So it is a beautiful moisturizing and radiant finish primer. It can also be used as a cream liquid highlight. It just makes the skin, as I said, more radiant. It has potent botanicals, nurturous vitamins, and a mega dose of green tea. So it's calming and it's good for your skin, helps boost tired skin. I do have combination skin, so I don't use this like all the time, but it's not like greasy or oily, so I can get away with it. It doesn't like make me break out. It doesn't make me look like super oily or dewy. If you have like excessively oily skin, this obviously isn't going to be for you. And it's good for people with dry skin as well because it does have that nourishing ingredients. So it's nice. So for foundation, I'm going to be using the Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation. This is like my favorite foundation from MAC. I haven't tried the Studio Fix in a long time. I know that is one of their best-selling foundations and it is good, but I love this because it's really long wearing. It is waterproof, sweat and humidity resistant, long wearing up to 36 hours. I obviously have not tested that, but I do have to say when I wear it, I don't have to worry about it like breaking down or getting cakey, cracking, creasing. It is a very long wearing foundation. It's oil free for us acne prone and oily skin type, but it does have nourishing ingredients, so it's not going to dry out your skin. It has a natural satin finish and it has medium to full coverage. It has actually really good coverage. I'm going to only use it to about medium coverage today because I used to use their, what is it called? The Mineralized Skin Finish powder. So it is more of a pressed setting powder. It has maybe like light to medium coverage, but it just helps set your foundation. You can use it to touch up during the day. I used to use that all the time to set my foundation, but I haven't used it in a long time. Like the last time I ran out like a couple years ago, I never got a new one, but I do really like that one. It has a more like natural finish, but the one that I have and that I love and I've loved for a long time is actually a powder foundation. So that's why I'm only using this foundation. Like I'm not going to layer it too much because I'm also using a concealer and a powder foundation, so I don't want to get cakey. This powder foundation is really nice if you are using like a lighter coverage foundation, or if you like are like a full coverage queen and like super flawless skin. It's a very beautiful coverage, medium to full coverage powder foundation. It doesn't look dry. Cool. But I love these two. I have like 3 of these right now. There's a few products in my collection that I've just always had on stock. Like if a sale goes on, or sometimes my mom will get me them for Christmas, like she just knows I love them. And so I always have multiples of this guy. It's like my favorite powder foundation in the world. P.S. This video is not sponsored, by the way. I always feel like when I like focus on one brand or I'm like really hyping up a brand, I'm like, gotta put it out there. This is not sponsored. So let me shut up and get to it, right? I'm gonna go ahead and apply this foundation and then we will move on to concealer. So that's like a decent layer. It's not like I went like super, super light with it. This is like a good first layer. I typically, if I was using just a regular setting powder, would build it like, as you can see, there's some scarring here and here, which is normal. And then I do have some scarring and blemishes up here, which I would typically build the foundation up a little bit. But again, as I said, we're doing powder foundation, so we'll get good full coverage with that for sure. Next, I'm going to be doing concealer, and this is my favorite concealer from MAC. Studio Fix 24-Hour Smooth Wear Concealer. This used to be my absolute favorite concealer. It still is up there. I really, really like it. It is very smoothing to the skin. It's lightweight and comfortable. It's not heavy. It's not cakey. It doesn't really crease. It is long wearing. It claims to be up to 24-hour wear. Again, I don't really ever wear my makeup for that long, just because like, I feel like number one, my skin would break out. Also, especially these days when I'm not going anywhere, what am I going to wear my makeup for 24 hours for? When I am going to be wearing my makeup for 8, 10, 12 hours, this one definitely holds up. It has a natural matte finish, so it does have a bit more of a matte finish, but it's not drying to the skin. So this one also has medium to full coverage. I do feel it's buildable, as is the foundation. So both are really, really great. I have my little book here. I wrote down their claims because I wanted to have, like, obviously I'm familiar with most of these products, but I kind of wanted to have their claims here so I can be like, yeah, that's true. No, that's not true type thing. It is a really, really great like OG concealer. So I'm going to go ahead, use it under my eyes and on a few of the blemishes that I do feel I need a little extra coverage. Yeah, we're pretty much already pretty full coverage, but that's all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my whole face with my powder foundation, and I'm not gonna go like too heavy with it because obviously we already have pretty full coverage and we don't wanna get cakey. Okay, so next I'm gonna do brows, which I actually don't have any like brow products from MAC, but this is actually something I've used for my brows since I was like a teenager, and that is one of their single shadows. They're just their regular eyeshadows. I have it in the shade Brun? I don't know. So the bottom row is a couple of my regular shadows, including the Brun that I'm gonna use in my brows today. The top 6 are their Powder Kiss eyeshadows. Love those. I think they're better than their original formula. I think they're more pigmented. They have more of a like diffused finish, so they're really perfect for blending out. They're all mattes. I may kind of mix the Brun and this one here, which is one of their Powder Kiss. It's Give a Glam. It's a matte, darker, chocolatey brown. Now I'm going to prep my eyes for my eyeshadow, I mean. And I am gonna actually use the 24-Hour Extend Eye Base. The MAC Paint Pot's the one that I am more familiar with. I just use like literally almost every time I do my eyeshadow. It is more pigmented. It's like a cream shadow, but it's also used as an eye primer. It's pigmented. It's going to cover your veins, discoloration on your eyelids. If you have a lot of redness, a lot of veins, and you don't like that, if they poke through your eyeshadow, I recommend the MAC Paint Pot. It helps extend the wear of your eyeshadow. It helps prevent creasing, fading. It really helps your eyeshadows pop. Love, 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 love this. This one here that I'm applying now is also, it's like one of their best sellers. I think the Paint Pot is too. Like everybody loves Paint Pot, don't they? But this one here is their Prep and Prime 24-hour Extend Eye Base. It's more like Urban Decay Primer Potion. They're not pigmented, but they do really help extend the wear of your eyeshadow. So I am going to play off of the Powder Kiss eyeshadows because I love them so much, and I always forget about my single shadows. So we're gonna do that. So first I'm gonna take this one here, which is Best of Me. It's again, all of the shadows I'm using right now are the Powder Kiss Soft Matte Single Shadows. So you can buy them single. You can also create your own palette. So again, if you're gonna do that, I recommend trying these out. They have other shades from the ones that I have. They've expanded their color selection. This one is like just a cream, and I'm gonna go ahead and set the eyeshadow primer and just lay down a bit of a base. I think this formula is so good. I'm really glad that they kind of revamped their eyeshadow, but I like that they also like kept their original formula, because if you have a shade that you really like, I hate when brands like revamp and then like change everything. MAC's really good at that. I do think they are better for keeping things around longer. Like a lot of brands just like get rid of some incredible products, and I'm like, would you just stop that? So I'm gonna go ahead, and I actually really, really, really like this brush. It is from MAC. I actually got it free in one of my orders like a few months ago, and it is the 224S. It is like a tapered blending brush. I'm gonna go in with this guy right here. And this is called Ripened. It's like a dusty purple. Yeah, I think it's kind of mauvey. Place that in the crease. So you'll see as I use these, they're very pigmented and they are very blendable. Like they almost blend on their own. They're so great. So now I'm going to take the next Powder Kiss eyeshadow in Lens Blur, which is a little bit more of a brighter plummier shade. And I'm going to take a bit more of a precise brush. I'm going to take my Scott Barnes 63. It's the Eye Winger. And I'm going to contour that crease a little bit more. Okay, so the matte shadows I think are done. Now what I'm gonna do is actually use some of their loose pigments. These are some of their best-selling products. I have it in the shade Melon, which is like a peach, so that's not gonna go with today. I have it in the shade Tan, which is, it would maybe go, but that's not really the look that I'm going for. It's a bit like of a bronzy shade. That would be really pretty. Should we do that? Maybe I'll do that on the lid. But then I also have Vanilla, and it's like a light like cream shade, and it's like really bright. Yeah, maybe I'll do this shade Vanilla in the inner corner in the brow bone, and I use Tan on the lid. So I'm gonna go ahead, again, loose pigments are a little bit more messy, so be careful. And I also like to wet them because number one, it's less fallout, and number two, they are even more dramatic. So I'm gonna take a flat brush with Tan. Then I'm gonna use my MAC Prep and Prime and wet it. So I'm gonna bring it all the way in, and then I'll use the Vanilla to do the inner corner. And they're very like finely milled, and they're not glittery, like they're just like smooth, creamy metallics. And I'm gonna use the excess on my brow bone. Oh my goodness, don't mind my brows. Okay, I'm now gonna take the Tan shade. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye, and then we'll come back and finish the look. Okay, so now last but not least, we are just gonna do liner and mascara. As you can tell, I like this little guy. It's the eye pencil in Coffee. I like it for, like, it's my favorite brown liner. So I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of run it along the outer lash line. And then I'm going to use the dark brown to press over top. So now I'm gonna do mascara. I'm using the In Extreme Dimension 3D Black Lash, one of my favorite mascaras from MAC. I do have it in a little tester, just because I've already opened it and I like to use that up before I go on to like an actual full-size product. So I'm just curling my lashes and then we're gonna go ahead and apply the mascara. Okay, so now we're just gonna do contour, and my favorite contour bronzer is actually a palette by MAC, and it is the Studio Fix Sculpt in Shape Contour Palette. It's all matte shades, and there's a couple brightening shades. So for blush, MAC blush is one of my favorite powder blushes. And for today's look, I'm gonna use Blush Baby. I've depotted it, but it is one of my favorite like neutral blushes. It's not really warm, it's not too cool. Actually, you know what? That was a bit of a mistake. I think it is a little bit too warm. I'm gonna just apply it on this side to even it out. And then I think I'm gonna apply a bit more of a cooler toned blush over top to maybe kind of even it out with the eyes. Sorry, that was my bad. I'm gonna go in with this one here, which is Plum Foolery. And as you can see, it's a bit more of like a plum shade. We're gonna lay a bit of that on top to help it kind of mesh. This one has a little bit of a shimmer to it, but it's really like subtle. Just a bit more of like a plum shade, which I think, yeah, that matches a little bit better. And then for highlight, I'm going to use the Beaming Blush Highlight. It is more of like a rose gold highlight, but I also really like Whisper of Guilt, like the OG. This is probably my favorite right now from MAC, but I don't know if it's available anymore, so I am going to use this one because I know it is Beaming Blush. But I really like this because it has like a rose gold, a white gold, and a gold. You can mix them, really stunning. Formula is really great, and it's the same formula as the one I'm using today. This one is more, as I mentioned, like a rose gold, so I think it's gonna match the eyes really well. Really smooth on the skin and like finely milled, so it's not like super chunky. It blends, it doesn't emphasize texture, which I really like. And last but not least is lips. So my go-to is like a nude lip, and one of my favorite lipsticks from MAC, I honestly like them all. I like the matte lipstick. I like their Cream Sheen, which is more of like a creamy satin finish. They also have a satin lipstick. They have Amplified, which is super pigmented. They have Frost, which has a slightly pearlized finish. And then they have these ones, which are the Love Me lipsticks. They're really hydrating and nourishing, kind of similar to the Cream Sheen. Like they have a creamy finish, but they have actual like hydrating ingredients in them. So I really enjoy these. This shade is in Daddy's Girl, and it's kind of like a neutral pink, so I think it's gonna match the lips more than some of my other favorite nudes, because a lot of my other favorite nude lipsticks are more peachy, and that would kind of clash with today's. So from their lip liners, I'm gonna use the shade Dervish. So I'm gonna go ahead and line the lips and then fill them in with the MAC Daddy's Girl. I really like these lipsticks because they feel so like smooth and creamy, and my lips felt dry, and that just like really quenched my lips thirst. No, they really made them feel nice and soft and more hydrated. Last but not least, my favorite gloss from MAC hands down is their new Hourglass Plumping lip glosses. I find they're the least sticky of all their formulas. Their original Dazzle Gloss formula was pretty sticky, and then their lip glosses are a lot better. They have a better applicator and they are a lot less sticky, but these are like not sticky at all, and they are slightly plumping. They have a beautiful like micro fine glitter. This one is in G That Swell. It's the most like sheer one. It just has a slight pink sheen with a gold glitter. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply that. The applicator is nice. It just like hugs the lips, and then the other side you can get right in there. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this is like slightly tingly. So if you're like against any tingle, they might not be comfortable for you, but they're not like anything compared to like the Soap and Glory. They're nothing compared to like the Too Faced injection. Like they do have a tingle, but they're not uncomfortable. They're not too strong, so that's kind of nice. So I'm gonna finish off this look with some Fix Plus. This is the Prep and Prime Fix Plus setting spray, but you can also use it as a like boost of hydration throughout the day to revive your makeup, refresh your makeup. You can also use it before to add a little bit of hydration before you apply your makeup. Really, really nice. They come out with different like versions of it. They've come out with like a rose gold, a gold, like with slightly pearlized shimmer in it. I never got those ones. I think those are still available. They come in different scents. I have it in coconut, rose, and lavender, and then this one's in cucumber. I don't even know if any of those are available anymore, but they do have some. And then I think they have the unscented one as well. So that is the whole look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think this look turned out really, really nice. MAC Cosmetics is a pretty well-rounded brand. I really, really enjoy a lot of their stuff. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you want more one brand makeup tutorials, let me know which brands you're interested in seeing. I can definitely do that. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time.